Hey friends, and welcome to this new video on my channel. Today we're talking about something really special. Yes, today we're diving back into the creepy world of Poppy Playtime, and more specifically, we'll talk about what might happen when Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy meet. As many of you already know, Huggy Wuggy has been officially confirmed in Chapter 5, so we can expect to see him in action again with his scary moves. But there's more. Some rumors and leaks suggest that Kissy Missy might also make an appearance in this new chapter, and if this meeting really happens, how will these two iconic and very different characters react to each other? Throughout the video, we'll explore all the possibilities, analyze the most interesting theories, and make guesses about how this dynamic could affect the story and new events in the game. I'll guide you step by step through the teasers, hidden details, and little secrets that might go unnoticed, so we can get fully ready for Chapter 5. And as always, before diving deep into the video, I invite you to do something very important. Hit that like button if you love Poppy Playtime and you're curious to discover all the news. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos full of theories, teasers, and curiosities about the world of Poppy Playtime. Stay with me, because what we're about to discover could really change the way we see Huggy Wuggy, Kissy Missy, and the whole universe of Poppy Playtime. First of all, let's talk about Huggy Wuggy. As many of you already know, Huggy Wuggy has been officially confirmed in Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime. This is no longer just a rumor or speculation, we already have concrete proof. We've seen him in the official screenshots released on Steam, giving us a first look at how he will appear and how he will be integrated into the new chapter. But that's not all. Huggy Wuggy also appears in the ending of Chapter 4, so his return was almost inevitable. He is an iconic character, scary and at the same time fascinating, able to create tension in every scene he appears in. And this time things get even more interesting because according to the official Steam page of Chapter 5, Huggy Wuggy will be part of the security system of the game. This means that in Chapter 5 we will encounter him directly and, just like in the previous chapters, we will have to escape from him. Huggy Wuggy will not just be a creepy presence, but a real antagonist. Every wrong step, every noise made in the wrong place could attract his attention, making our escape even more thrilling and full of suspense. Basically, Huggy Wuggy returns to be the heart of terror in the world of Poppy Playtime, ready to surprise us, chase us, and test our skills. And if his mere presence already makes us tremble, just imagine when he will chase us. Now let's go on the next part. Now let's talk about Kissy Missy. Unlike Huggy Wuggy, Kissy Missy has always been our ally. She has helped and guided us in different moments of the game. Her first appearance was in Chapter 2, when she opened the gate for us and allowed us to advance through the mysterious and creepy areas of the factory. That moment made it clear right away that Kissy Missy was an important character, kind and willing to protect us. At least for a while. Later, we saw her again in Chapter 3, always alongside Poppy, and her role as an ally was confirmed. She stayed by our side, helping us overcome some of the hardest challenges, and showed that she had a special bond with the game's protagonists. However, things start to get dramatic in the finale of Chapter 3, when Kissy Missy is attacked by the prototype. This event left deep marks, and in Chapter 4 we find her with many injuries that show her courage, but also the constant danger she faces. But unfortunately, the difficulties don't end there. Also, in the finale of Chapter 4, while trying to save us, Kissy Missy suffers another hard blow and loses an arm. It is clear, therefore, that when we enter Chapter 5, Kissy Missy will be heavily injured, marked by previous battles, and ready to face new challenges. And this leads us to an interesting point. Even Huggy Wuggy will not be in his best condition. Both characters, therefore, will arrive in Chapter 5 with wounds and scars, and this could affect not only their abilities, but how they interact with each other and with us. The encounter between Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy will not only be a normal meet, but a complex dynamic full of tension, emotions, and mystery. Now let's try to make some theories about what could happen when Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy meet in Chapter 5. There are several clues we can analyze, and one in particular is really interesting. It is a document that mentions an experiment aimed at calming Mommy Longlegs. In this document, it is explained that in Playtime had tried to calm Mommy Longlegs using another character who could be Daddy Longlegs, Mommy Longlegs' male partner. This experiment aimed to verify if the presence of a partner or a trusted companion could reduce the aggressiveness or tension of the characters. Now, The really interesting part is that the same type of experiment had already been repeated with Huggy Wuggy, and in that case it was successful. This strongly suggests that someone in the story had already tried to put Huggy Wuggy together with Kissy Missy, who is Huggy's female partner, just like Daddy Longlegs was for Mummy Longlegs. So, we can hypothesize that in Chapter 5, when Huggy Wuggy meets Kissy Missy, he could calm down, or at least reduce his aggressiveness. This doesn't mean Huggy will suddenly become a completely friendly character, but it is likely that Kissy Missy's presence will influence his behavior, creating a much more complex and interesting dynamic between the two characters. Basically, Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy may not just be two opposing figures of good and evil. Their relationship could become fundamental for Chapter 5, affecting not only the action and suspense scenes, but also the story and interactions with us players. This meeting therefore could hold incredible surprises, moments of suspense, and even moments of emotion and mystery, making Chapter 5 one of the most anticipated and intriguing of the whole series. Now let's look at all the possible theories about what could happen when Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy meet in Chapter 5. The first theory is directly connected to the document we saw earlier, the one about the experiment to calm Mummy Longlegs, that was also repeated with Huggy Wuggy. According to this first hypothesis, when Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy face each other, Huggy Wuggy could calm down thanks to the presence of Kissy Missy, his female partner. In this scenario, Kissy Missy would have the power to soothe Huggy, reduce his aggression, and make him stop being a threat to us players. We could witness an intense moment, full of suspense, but at the same time full of emotion. A moment where two iconic characters interact positively, creating a balance between fear and safety. But that's not all, because there's also a second theory, which takes us in a completely different direction. We have to consider that many years have passed between the experiment mentioned in the document and Chapter 5. Huggy Wuggy could have changed over time, becoming more aggressive or less influenced by Kissy Missy. In this case, there would be no calm scene, but instead we could witness a real clash between the two characters. Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy could face each other in a moment of maximum tension, with action and combat, putting both our courage and our skill in the game to the test. Of course, I remind you that these are theories and assumptions based on documents, clues, and the official information available so far. We don't know for sure what will happen, but that's exactly the exciting part, imagining all the possibilities and trying to predict what could happen in one of the most anticipated chapters of the series. And that's why I'm super curious to hear your theories. How do you think Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy will interact? Do you imagine a calm scene or an epic fight? Write it in the comments, because sharing our ideas makes everything even more fun and helps us prepare for what awaits in Chapter 5. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.